That's right, Billy. It's for the love of money, and we just got the breaking news from Showbox a few seconds ago that the Stars just took an L. Did they take that in the AAC?
Yeah, Stars skate to a 2-1 final loss to the Blackhawks right down the street of the AAC. They gained a point, so they're now 5-3 into. It's not bad.
No, you got the Stars getting an L. Sounds like it's rolling over into the man.
Oh, that juju.
Yeah, that bad juju. Some other bad juju that's been going on around here, Bosh, is I don't know if you've been listening. I know you got a radio in the car. Probably at your desk or whatever. There's a lot of Dak Prescott talk going on around here.
Mm-hmm.
And,
It's a great day to sign him.
Last night I had made the notion on the post-game show that I was going to come in here and address a certain errand boy from the Cowboys. Running plays and now running errands for the Cowboys, Emmitt Smith. But you know what? I realized it. This is what that's what he wants to do. He wants somebody to say something about what he said. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna give him that time.
What are you talking about?
He was out there saying that the Cowboys are not prioritizing Dak Prescott right now. And that's fine. If he wants to make that comment, that's fine. I was going to address it, but I'm like, he wants somebody to say something about it.
We don't know if that's a fact or not, but it is a little suspect that video came out and Dak's not in it. I know Derek Eagleton came out and said, hey, that was I'm going to take ownership of it.
Yeah.
I missed it. Yo, how do you miss Dak Prescott?
Well, they say.
I'm sorry, that's hard to believe.
They say it was based off of last year's play.
Right.
He didn't play last year.
But he
no,
played
he played for
enough.
5 games.
He played enough.
He
They
played
could have
for
found
5
some.
games.
They could have found some highlights.
He could've
Yeah.
found some clips.
Yeah.
A
Couple of those behind the receiver passes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They couldn't even hype the video up. Like, me being in entertainment and knowing when you make promo videos like that, it's like a teaser for the next season.
Yep.
They could have even threw in there when Dak was crying coming off the comeback to something.
Mm-hmm.
You incorporate that. So it, to me, is suspect that he wasn't in that video. Now, is it, people like, is it a really big deal? Maybe it's not. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Got anything you want to add to that? The speculation of the video
No, go
of
ahead.
him not being in there?
What do you think?
Go ahead and finish your setup.
I have not. I'm
Hey,
done with it.
I told you guys, man, the longer this thing is drawn out, man, this is why I was having a conversation about that other guy that's over in LA now. Because, man, I just don't feel that level of confidence that they're going to get something done, man. They need to. But, man, this has been going on for a while. I don't know what the hell's going to go on here. And, we cannot get caught in a situation where we do not have that guy at the quarterback and be relying on somebody else. No, I never flip-flopped. I never left him. I just told you that if things did not marry up.
Kind of did.
No.
You came in here one night. Matthew Stafford.
The idea was always.
We do need Dak Prescott.
No, the idea was if they are not able to go ahead and marry up the way they need to, and if we know that we're not going to be doing something, then why not have a conversation about Matt Stafford or somebody else who might be available?
Well,
I don't care who it is.
Here.
Well, of course, I didn't know
I
that
didn't know
until a
he
couple
went
days
to
ago.
Highland Park High School.
I didn't either.
Someone told me that the other day.
The new,
Matt Stafford.
I'm being funny with you.
I really did not know.
Because the news always tells us that he and Clayton Kershaw were teammates.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't see it on the news,
Yeah.
but
Hear about
someone
that one
told me.
again.
Yeah.
You know what? As far as Dak Prescott getting paid, the whole money thing, I don't want to hear about it anymore. That's a load of crap now because the whole thing was you pay him all that money, you can't do anything. I just watched Jared Goff. Jared Goff get traded, and I'm about to watch Carson Wentz get traded.
Well, Carson Wentz is whack, so that didn't.
But it doesn't matter. Everybody said their contract was too high. You can't get away from that. You'll never be able to trade that contract, and they're about to.
But look at what those teams are about to have to get ready to go through, too, man. You got to think about that. I mean, they're going to have
John
to...
Watson's another one.
Mm-hmm.
He got paid a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, but he's asking to be traded. He wants to get out.
Okay, but
he
everybody
wants to
say,
get out.
what's the number one thing when you say somebody got a high contract? Oh, you'll never be able to trade that contract. That's too much money. Nobody will take that.
Shit, somebody will.
And thank you, somebody will. So, I mean, the whole point of signing him because he wants this amount of money. What's the point? What? That ain't even an argument no more. I just saw Jared Goff get traded for Matt Stafford in two first round picks in the third.
So, what's your point?
I don't care about the money part anymore. You can't sell that to me anymore.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, how does that relate to Dak? So what are you making that point?
You can sign Dak for whatever dollar amount you want to sign him. That's not the holdup. I don't want to hear about that anymore. If it's gonna be something, it better be another reason why they ain't signing him, because the money ain't the issue no more at this point. Again, I just saw Jared Goff get paid a whole bunch of guaranteed money and get traded for Matt Stafford and 2 first-round picks. A 30-year-old quarterback, might I add you.
Could money be the actual reason that they don't want to sign him?
What's it matter at this point?
Because there's a quarterback in the Super Bowl that's pretty much making $500 million, a literal $500 million, and he owns the team.
Tom Brady?
I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, Mahomes?
Right. So that dude just set the entire market on fire. Dak is gonna slide right underneath him,
Right.
and probably make a fourth of that shit, maybe 40% of that. So right around $200 million.
I tell you what, if the Kansas City Chiefs said they putting Patrick Mahomes on the trading block tomorrow, you think somebody gonna say, "Oh, we don't want that contract; it's too big"?
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
But he's not that
but-
at all.
I'm just
Okay,
saying, period. But hold on, this ain't about skill. Everybody keeps telling me, "Well, don't pay him that much money because we can't do it. We'll never be able to get out from under that contract." I don't want to hear that no more. That's no
Okay,
crap.
I just want to throw this in there. Are anybody talking about, is the Cowboys actually going to make moves because they don't have confidence in him because of his injury?
No, the injury is healing just fine.
Okay.
As we discussed in the break, it was okay.
You don't think, I'm asking a legitimate question, I'm not being an asshole. You don't think the Cowboys, now listen, I love Dak.
No.
The Cowboys should never be without Dak. That's just disclosure. That's my opinion. I think the Cowboys are having hesitations.
They're not.
They're not?
They just don't want to pay him. Like he said, for whatever reason, they don't want to pay Dak Prescott.
It ain't because of no money no more.
And it's not because of an injury either.
Yeah.
So where y'all going with this? I don't know. But it's not because of money.
They don't know.
And it's not because of an injury. That compound fracture is healing just fine. The dude didn't even have.
I do hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, he was franchise tagged. The worst thing that could have ever happened, right? He got an injury.
No, that's not the worst thing that could happen.
No, whatever the injury is, he got injured. He was franchise tagged. So what I hear what your logical is saying that, but to me, right? So there was, because it came out at the end of the year that the reason why they were going back and forth about the money was because of the TV contracts for the NFL were going up in 2 years, and his agent wanted more money because the TV contracts are going up, meaning they're going to make more money. So all right. So they got franchise tag, no big deal. Then he's supposedly going to get franchise tagged again this year. What I'm saying is, I think the whole scenario's switching because.
Okay, well, if that's the case, trade him then, because guess what? The franchise tag about to cost you about $38 million, $40.
So you gotta pay him anyway.
So you gotta pay him anyway at this point. So that's fine. Keep not paying him. Let him keep playing on tag. If that's eating up more your salary cap than is, and give him a deal.
I'll ask y'all this question. I'll table this question real quick. And we're talking Dak Prescott contract talk right here on Dallas on Air, but it's not that boring. Okay.
No, people were entertainment. I got people saying Dak talk. Man, I love this show.
They're being funny.
They're not. He's not being funny.
Okay. So you got Vosh, Lindsay, Walt, Billy. I'm gonna ask y'all a question real quick.
Face of Cowboys Nation right here.
No,
it out there.
not in any way.
All right.
RTC, my bad.
If you're Dak, and if you're Dak's camp, that means his brother and everything with his itchy Twitter fingers. Dak it. Okay. So if you're not gonna pay my guy, all right, then I may have to go ahead and just pull that chair out from beneath my own ass and take a seat on the floor, because I'm a sit on that floor, 4-year-old style, Indian style. I'm a cross my arms like this. I ain't playing. It's because you know what? My leg.
Yeah,
and then this exactly. And this is the last year of that quote unquote opportunity to franchise him. $38 million to $36 million, whatever that situation may be. Dak is smarter if he really plays hardball. So I still think this dude has leverage if he really wants to play hardball, because he could have possibly played his last game as a Dallas Cowboy already.
Yep.
And so then you got a team.
Sad.
So then you got a team that needs a quarterback. You got one that just needs a wallet, but you don't want to give him this wallet. And there's a lot less dudes out there than we think that are even more qualified than that.
You're absolutely right. I want to throw in something in there too, and I know people. Because I think there's a factor of two. I think, it's Dak's dream to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, and he's there, right? So there's obviously, that's what, he would talk about that a lot when they would ask him about the money before. This is, hey, listen, I just play football. I love football. It's what I'm here to do. It's my dream to be here, right? So I think that's a little bit of factor too. So with that being said, is he going to just kind of be grateful that they hand him anything?
Nah, he shouldn't be that way.
I don't think you should either.
I wish he would have just sat out this year. That's what I wish he would have did. I mean, work for Zeke. Tank threatened to sit out and get his shoulder fixed if they didn't pay him.
Well, okay.
Des Bryant was, I don't know if he did sit out or he was threatened to sit out. Well, they let DeMarcus Ware walk, but
They let Des Bryant walk too.
no, not the first time. The first time when he got his contract deal, he threatened to sit out, and they got a deal done. So
Well,
Zeke too.
I think
Zeke said, yeah, Zeke. That's what I'm saying.
But Walt, I hear what you're saying, but I think what his camp directed him to do, right? They're like, oh, take the tag. Next year we're gonna be in a better position to get the money. They could have never predicted that his ankle would have been a whole other direction on Game 5.
He still could have signed a tag and not showed up. He still would have got paid.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed.
But he loves the game.
Yeah, that's what get lost in all this.
That's all right, but probably could have had a deal done by now if he would have just sat out. If he would have sat out, he probably have a deal done by now.
Man,
because you saw what you would have had to have. I mean, what you had, Dahuchi.
Yeah.
You had Gil the G, and then you had the Red Rocket. So I would have did what Zeke did, call him bluff. Let Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think he's better than let him go out there and run a couple games. Let him go out there and do his thing. Let those guys go out there and do what they're gonna do, and let's see what happens. Because now we've seen those guys play. Now you need them more than ever. I guess technically he did really sit out.
Well, they also had a brand new head coach too, and I don't think that was going to happen because they're trying to work up their scheme. They're trying to work up, their compatibility as a team.
Well, here's the thing
and
about that.
I don't think that would ever
He still
work.
has his coordinator. If his coordinator was gone, I'd be like, you got a point. But he still has his offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
that's it. Why do you got to do that?
I'm just telling. I'm sorry, that just slipped out on me.
Why you got to do that to Mike?
Sorry.
What were you about to show us?
Well, I was going to say my guy Mike, man, he said that the reason the Dak deal is not done is very simple because they don't think he can bring a championship here.
Which I think that, you know what?
Period.
Then trade him.
Okay, yeah. One, trade him. Two, don't go out there signing like pretty much don't go around Dak signing people.
Right.
You know, like that's the only organization in fucking football. Sorry about the words, but the only organization in football. Yeah, it's kids watching. My bad.
It's a 10 o'clock hour.
You know what I'm
Women
saying?
and children asleep.
But it's the only organization that pretty much went. Whoever wants to be paid cheaply, step right on up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sitting here looking like, what the hell is that?
Well, hold on. Billy's making this point the other day. Go ahead and take it away about the Cowboys being cheap.
Well, so here's the deal. When we always talk about guys not being a good fit, the only reason they're not a good fit, it has nothing to do with scheme. It has nothing to do with their skill set. Obviously, my idea is go and get really good football players and you put them on a team and then let your coaching staff find a way to utilize them and put them in the best position.
Time out real quick because the one problem that the Dallas Cowboys have always had is they've always had the talent. So,
Did we?
Always.
I think they've been top heavy. I think they've been
what talent did we have
talent wise.
What talent did we have?
We at the skill positions, yeah, but like throughout your football team, not so much.
No.
Yeah, if you want to
Even
tell
when
me,
Tony Romo was here, our defense was
never
suspect.
any good.
It was suspect. Tony Romo had to throw all them damn touchdowns and throw the ball so much because the defense was so bad.
Right. But to the point of what I was saying there, the Cowboys, their idea is the guy's a good fit in 3 different ways. If he hasn't played football in like over a year, he can be a fit. If he can be a what they call him a low risk, high reward guy, he's a perfect fit. Okay.
Jalen Smith guy.
Well, yeah.
Is that Jalen Smith?
No. That's Alden. That's Alden.
No, you get Alden Smith was the one that
Yeah.
they go on and come
Low
back.
risk, high reward.
Randy Gregory.
Yeah, Randy. Those guys are all perfect fits.
Tank?
Yeah.
What's his deal?
Well,
No.
We drafted Tank.
Yeah. Well, I'm just talking about as far as bringing guys in. I mean, these guys were drafted here. So,
okay.
But even somebody like,
Hardy.
yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
yes.
those guys are always great fits, but for whatever
Pac-Man
reason,
Jones was another one that we bought in.
Yeah, and we're about to see here when free agency starts up. What is it, March 9th?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have Patrick Peterson. You're going to have Richard Sherman. I don't care what you think about them, if their skill level, if it's diminished or whatever.
fit.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. Yeah, they're not going to be here. Devontae Adams could hit the market, okay?
It's not a good
and
fit
yeah, exactly. These guys, anything that costs money, because the Cowboys have this mindset that they are the smartest team in the league.
Mavericks do too.
They feel like they're the smart. They are going to outthink, and they know that by getting this guy, we got the steal here. But he ends up not being good, and he ends up not helping this team go to the next level. For this team to take the next step, you got to have your quarterback position intact, and you have to legitimately go out and say, fuck it. We're about to spend some money, and we're going to build this thing, and we're going to get talented guys who can take us to the next level. They didn't want to do it with Jamal Adams when he was available. You cried about a safety. You didn't want to do it. Okay? Earl Thomas was there all those years. You didn't do anything. You didn't move on.
They weren't good fits here.
Well, that's what we're kind of coming to find out. So my thing is just go and add
was a honey
talent.
badger when he was on the
Yeah.
lot.
He might be available again.
So where does the problem come down? Drafting, the coaches, Jerry Jones.
It's a combination. The main thing I think is that
Jerry
front
Jones?
office. Yeah, that front office
okay,
is they're lacking a lot of.
Shane says you're spitting
Because
facts
this
right
is right, but
I
this
appreciate
is
it, Shane.
right. But I mean, I'm just sitting here. I'm like, yep. It's been the scenario since Jimmy Johnson left.
Right. So at what
now.
point?
They did win a Super Bowl after Jimmy Johnson left though.
Well, Jimmy Johnson's team, Barry Switzer did. Yeah.
And
Deion kind of won that one. I give Deion credit.
Even
on that one.
Troy Aikman said it was Jimmy Johnson's team.
Well,
That's
And
not
Barry
what it
Switzer
was.
did not
But
give a
Jimmy
shit.
Johnson didn't have Deion Sanders.
No,
Barry
he
Switzer
didn't.
did. And Deion Sanders. I know you're doing all that, but Deion Sanders, he played receiver and cornerback when he was on the team.
He was
I
cold.
understand that. All my point is saying is we haven't done shit since then. It's the same. What he's talking about. It's the same scenario since then.
And my question becomes
so
this.
what do you think is going to change now?
That's what he's saying. It needs to change.
Right, but is it? No, it hasn't changed for over 20 years.
My guy Mike brings up a very valid point. Said Cowboys believe in overpaying their own and low cutting in free agency. And he said it should be pay the best talent, whether it's your own guy or free agency. I'd have to agree with that.
But they're not.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I say, man, I don't understand. You know how everybody talks about, Jerry Jones, all he's concerned about is money, and all that stuff. That's what the narrative is out there. Has anybody ever talked to him about, hey, what if you put a winning product on this football team? Do you not understand how the sales would go up even more? Isn't there more money?
No,
Isn't there
because
more
listen, you're wrong there.
Okay,
Because
please.
what the narrative with Jerry Jones is, right? He's a businessman, right?
Right.
Everybody knows that.
Right.
He's brilliant at that.
Right, that's
And he
his
doesn't
thing.
let the football people take care of the football. He wants to control everything. That's
Right.
fine because it's his team, whatever. But the key is, guess who's the problem? Us, Cowboys Nation. So whether we win Super Bowls or not, we giving them all the money.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
I've given the Academy
because
many
it doesn't
many of my
matter.
dollars.
So
trying to take your
when
stuff
you
back.
when you look at that as a business aspect, it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
the money's coming in regardless.
That's true. That's true.
It has been pointed out to me that Tobosh is thinking very hard right now, and they can't wait to hear his take on everything. So if you want to go ahead and take it away, that's what was just pointed out to me. Again, apparently you have to bust us over the head with something.
I'm not. I got nothing. You know what I have though? I got 25 years. Okay, so I was in high school. I was in high school when I last celebrated an NFC title game. From
in the third,
this
fourth
team.
grade.
Okay, so
And we did get robbed the year that Des caught it, but
that's fine. That's
we
fine.
got
But
robbed
you
that
still
year.
got- you
We
still-
should- We should have had it that
They
year.
actually should have went to the Super
we
Bowl when
did-
somebody
we
fumbled the
got
snap
robbed.
at the 1 yard line.
You
Just
still,
wanted to
you,
bring
but
it
you
up.
still
got robbed
got
that
you still
year.
got to beat
Yeah.
Seattle.
I can't get
You
past
gotta get
that.
past
You
that
got to beat
pain.
Seattle in that game. You got to beat Seattle the next game in 2014. It wasn't really guaranteed.
Yeah.
Well, hold on now. I mean,
think
the
they
snap
would
was
beat
right
them.
there.
I was just
He
saying,
just
you're right.
fumbled
We
it.
haven't done anything except for that one random match.
Yeah, yeah.
here.
No, he's
Yeah.
talking about 2014. When
I
we
know,
were
but he
already-
was over there. You was that year there, and I believe the Cowboys. That was T.O. T.O. and unballed that game.
In 07, they
That's
should have
my
won it too.
quarterback, man.
07 could have been a
Yeah.
win.
Parcells quit after that
Looks
too.
like T.O., doesn't he? A little bit? Just a little bit.
Parcells quit after that too, man. It's
We'll
my
look
guy.
at that. No, but you have all these different factors that it's like Kool-Aid, man. You put all that shit in one pitcher, and it still tastes bad. It's to the point to where I've taken all my quote unquote emotions out of it. Like I still get excited when they score, but I'm thinking down the line, I shouldn't be doing that. I should be celebrating touchdowns, but I'm thinking down the line I should be doing that.
Taking down the line in what means?
Meaning like, okay, yeah, but it's week 4. Well, like I'm not enjoying.
Right,
I'm
well-
not enjoying week 3 versus Cincinnati.
well, it's
I'm
hard
talking about
because-
You're trying to see the forest. You're trying to see the forest for the trees.
Yeah,
is
but
what you're trying to
that's
do.
because you're a real Cowboys fan. You know what this damn roller coaster's like. That's why.
Yeah, but
Every year.
I want to get off of it. Like
It's never gonna happen.
Like let me off the roller coaster so I can just watch that shit. Eating popcorn on the side. I'm tired of being on that ride, man. Like
I hear that.
I know. It's like a Texas Giant. I know every hill. I know every turn, and I'm anticipating every single hill and every single turn. I'm like, you know what? This thing getting kind of boring, man. I'm tapping out. I kind of want off because I want them to change the track on that roller coaster. Tell me, so, like make it shit go somewhere else, but you refuse to.
I'm gonna
Right.
drop this bomb before we end this segment. The Raiders didn't get better until who died?
Damn. Don't put that on.
Also-
I'm
Don't,
not putting that. I'm just saying.
I mean,
I'm just saying
this-
that you didn't see the Raiders get better until Al Davis passed away. And I'm not saying that's what it's going to take for the Cowboys. I'm just saying, like, those guys, like, they're getting ready to come out with a 30 for 30 Al Davis versus the NFL. Think about that. Did you see that coming out?
I didn't, but
Yeah, that's getting ready to come out. Al Davis versus the NFL.
I'd watch that.
Right. So pretty soon it's going to be Jerry Jones versus the NFL. They're going to
Yeah.
do that one too. So
I mean, also, I know you guys get on me a lot because obviously I'm a hard Jimmy Johnson fan, but I've always said until we get another Jimmy Johnson in the Dallas Cowboys, nothing will happen.
You gotta have a coach that's gonna hold guys accountable, man.
I know you guys, I know I say it a lot, but I think that's also a factor as well.
Yeah.
I agree
after
with
what
you.
said.
You
I mean,
need
had
that
one.
type of coach.
we had one and he walked away, man. Right after Romo phoned the snap, he said, "I'm done. I can't."
He
do it no
wasn't
more."
gonna be
Bill
around that
Parcells
much
was
longer. He was
nowhere
old,
near
man.
Jimmy Johnson's level.
He was.
Nowhere near.
He
Think,
was.
I mean, you know what? And like they don't deserve it. Like you can say the organization, you can say the front office, you can say the players, you can say the coaching staff. Like they don't deserve it.
What do you
Hell, even the fans, we don't deserve it either.
Why?
Like,
I definitely agree with you. Yeah.
like
Okay, but why?
Fans don't
for
deserve
one,
anything.
we didn't deserve Romo.
No,
We damn sure don't deserve Dak. Like those dudes, man. Those dudes they have roadblocks in their way, and
So you're like Tony Romo's like a Dan Marino, right? That never wins a Super Bowl.
well,
Dan
no,
Marino
we
got
just
the
did.
Super Bowl,
We
right?
didn't deserve those kind of players here because they could have done better somewhere else.
right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
agree 1,000%.
They would have been more successful instead of having to put up with the media, all that's bullshit. Having to put up with the ownership and not giving them their players and not giving them
And
this,
it's
that,
almost,
and the other.
yeah, I think I kind of see what you're saying too. I'm curious if you mean almost like too. It's almost more so when you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, the biggest sports franchise.
Right.
It's just almost just like a brag. It doesn't even necessarily mean anything.
Right? It's like put me in a Porsche and I'm going.
What?
It's like put me in a Porsche, or even a Rolls Royce, but I'm going camping. It's like I can't do anything with this pretty ass car in the woods. Like
Right.
I need a truck to go. It's like
Yeah.
to get out in the woods. So yeah, man. Like those. You got Dez, you got T.O., you got this, you got that. The offenses are good. Those years, the defenses sucked, or whatever the situation may be. Defenses, the coachings, whatever. So it's almost like you can't get out your own way.
Thank you for that. Let's take a break real quick. We gotta come back. We gotta ask Tovash about a certain trade that went down here and what's getting ready to happen with his baseball team, the Rangers. He is the Rangers guy. I'm just the biggest Rangers fan in Metroplex. But real quick, let's talk to Tovash here next about Elvis Andrews getting traded right here next to DallasOnAir.com.